Hey guys, it's Kelly. How you guys doing today? So today I am doing it's a monthly thing that Poet Spice is doing, and I'll put her link below. It is a doodle a day. I am this is the 5th of January, so this is going to be my first one. I'm going to try to catch up on the other ones. I might not make videos for those ones. I haven't quite decided. I might just sit and doodle and then show you so I can catch up. I'm using one of my books I got from Joann's that I show you guys all the time that I got for $1 in their bin by the registers. And I'm just going to use my drawing artist pad for sketching, drawing, and markers. And it has 40 sheets in it. And I figured that's close to, I was going to make one to use. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to kind of use this. And then I can either use the front and the back or just use it strictly for my sketch of the day, my doodle of the day. So, my doodle of the day, I'm not real sure of yet. So, I'm going to just kind of take my pencil. I'm going to do it this way, I believe, today. And I'm just going to start to doodle. If you guys want to join this, again, I'll put her her YouTube link in the about section or description below. And y'all can join and do like I'm doing. Like I said, I'm starting on the 5th. I meant to start on the 3rd, but life has gotten into the way. And it's just doodles. You can do anything. You can do flowers. You can, on her, if you sub to her, um, you can see all her doodles that she has done so far. Um, so it can be anything from flowers to any kind of doodle. People are doing Zentangles, and I just call them doodles. I don't call them Zentangles, but whatever you want to do. So let's see what I can doodle. I don't know. Just gonna start maybe something creepy. Just gonna start with my pencil. Just trying to do it lightly enough. Don't know. Maybe I want this a little bit more. Crappy eraser. Should have grabbed my good one. I'm thinking about coloring it in. I'm not sure. I think this is actually the eraser I've been using with my molding paste and my thing. That's why it's not looking so good. My dog's breathing heavy. You know what that means? He's like, I don't want to hear you. Okay, let me see. Stinking eraser. Should have cleaned it off before I used it. I know I'm not talking a lot. I'm concentrating. I'm sorry. Pissed off that the eraser's leaving yucky marks. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Then I gotta think of colors. I really want that tongue to kind of... Let's make this a little bit more skinnier. I should have just done the flowers and doodles like I was gonna. And bring the tongue in here. Coming out of there. And what can I do down here? It would take too long to draw. Okay. I think I want this. More like that. And bring this up like that. Now, what can I bring down at the point? I think I want them to have. Alright, so far that I got going. I need something down here. That might be doodle area. I don't know. Maybe I should start coloring them. I went to my pencils. Maybe I should use my watercolor pencils. I went to my Tuesday morning, right? I didn't know we had any really around us. I knew we had one, but yesterday we took the ride out. And of course, as we pull up, they're having 30% off everything because they're closing. So they had very few supplies, art supplies left. I did, however, get a Tim Holtz. It was $8.99 with 30% off. So I got a die cut of a spider and a candelabra, which I was thrilled. I have a smiley face. I got like this smiley face kind of thing for the die cut machine. I got a few stamps. I got a new wallet. Not a few stamps, a few stamp pads. I've never used these before. They only had 3 colors, so I would have bought all of them. I've never used these before, so I will be playing with them on my canvas that I'm doing. Bought a new wallet, and what else? I don't know what else. What else did I freaking buy? I don't know. My daughter bought stuff, because everything was like 30%, 40%, and 50%. So, like, she got like a makeup mirror that the one side's normal, the other side is magnified. My husband got this beautiful, we were going to put in the living room, but we got these kittens, as you know, and the one kitten is evil. She just loves to crawl and jump on anything, like the top of the curtain rod and everything. So we just bought them a tree. That's coming Wednesday to help, because I think she's just a wild, she just loves to climb. The other one just likes to snuggle and lay down and all. And they're only, what are they now? 3, 4, 5 months maybe old. So I had him, instead of us putting it in the living room, as you all know, I'm making my altar here in my art room. And so I told him, because it's a beautiful owl, I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram, but it's a beautiful owl, and it's like, looks like old, it's like ceramic, but it looks like, can't explain it to you. And the owl's on books, and it like represents all three of us here. We're all owl freaks and we're all book freaks. So I said to my husband, why don't you make yourself a little altar with your crystals and things that are important to you? So when you write, that can be your focus and that can be your thing. And I'm going to get him a creativity candle when I make my big order. So he can have his own kind of altar and I have mine. So anyway, the point of me telling you that, as I go on and on, is they had all these stamp markers, stays wet on stamps, 2-tipped. It's a brush and a medium. And I got all the ones that they had of the colors. And then I picked up, they had a pack of glitter markers. Glitter packed ink for any project. So I was going to use them on here, but I think I might stick with. And then I went to Michael's and I broke down and I bought one to see what it's like. And I bought it in white. The acrylic, this is extra fine. I don't want extra fine. I want the other one, but it's $3 more for the like bigger brush. This is the Liquitex ones, I believe, the water-based. So when I draw, when I do my thing over it, and that's what it looks like. And you'll see this in other videos. I'm going to try that too. But I had my coupon, so. And I bought a bunch of, because I'm making jewelry, obviously, to sell in my store. Home has a cool. I'm going to do some Wiccan jewelry and or Wiccan inspired jewelry and some really cool, good jewelry, like, just really cool stuff I'm really excited about. So, what color do I want him? I want him some greens. So let's stick with our. Now these I'm just using are my Inktense watercolor. This is called Sherbet Lemon. And I'm going to try, I love doing dark art. And I got a dark art project coming up. Not necessarily, I know a lot of you don't like dark art, but it's going to be, remember like the skull one I did, mixed media piece? I'm going to do something similar, but not like that one. It's going to be like a dark art piece on cardboard, I believe. Or maybe a canvas board, I don't know. I'm also going to start putting, once I get my jewelry made and some art, I'm going to put, start putting them up for sale. But they're going to be for sale very inexpensively, not like I used to sell when I used to do commissions and stuff, where people bought them. I'm not going to complain. But because, not just with the economy, but, so many people are, like me, disabled. I get a little bit of SSI and all that kind of stuff. And I want people to own my art. So it won't be expensive. That if you want to purchase a piece from me to have, I do giveaways. You all know that. But if you want to, buy a piece from me or whatever that's on canvas, you know, that's made, you know, that I do on canvas, then you'll be able to at a very inexpensive price. A little bit of water here. And like I said, jewelry, and I'm just going to get back into all the stuff I love to do and make my store again that I haven't done since my son died. Because once he died, I put all my stuff up for, it all went, but I put all my earrings, all my jewelry, everything up for $5 just to get everything off there, and everything went. So my New Year's resolution is to make it. I'm not going to, you know, like I was at a point, like I said, where I was selling, getting commission after commission, and I still do commissions. So I do commissions of people's animals and different things. I have videos on here showing some of my commissions, not all of them, but some of them that people have requested that commissioned for me, and I made wicked great money doing that. And people would buy my paintings that I would make and jewelry, and I was a very happy camper. But my life has changed now, and I know what it's like to want something from somebody. I bought something from Chuck Hody that I couldn't afford his regular piece, but he did prints because he sells them for hundreds of dollars or whatever. Beautiful. But he does prints. So I have a few ideas of some things I'm going to do. My husband's checking in to a few things for me that I can do for you guys, because especially clay things and the mixed media things, which I'll talk about at a later time. But anyway, so I'm going to be starting. I got my easel, and I'm just going to be starting to do my own thing and selling them very inexpensively. But it's where I can take time and make them in much better than I do on here, where obviously you get so much time and, you know, you only get so much time. And my paper's already wet. Now, this isn't really the best paper for water, but I'm going to be as gentle as I can. But I was thrilled. I was like 40 pieces in here. That's awesome. Because then, you know, which most likely I'll use markers, but I'm just going to go in back with my brush and just kind of smear it in a little bit. And remember, these Inktense ones, they dry, once they're dry, they're permanent. So you can't really blend once they're dry. So if you're using this Inktense on, as I've told you before, if you're using Inktense on your papers, make sure that you wet your paper first with a little squirt, which I won't do on here because just so it stays wet enough that you can blend. Just a little bit in here, inside of his mouth. So I just show you so far. I have no clue what I'm doing, so just bear with me. Let me just sharpen this real quick. I might just do a background on him and call it a day. Like a background color and just leave him stick out. This is poppy red. You can use any kind of watercolor pencil. Reeves has them. Crayola have them. I mean, they're all over. You can use your Neo colors. You can use whatever you have or want to use. I'm just using this today because it's what I grabbed. And I was actually going to use markers, and then I decided that I would just do these. Now that I let that dry a little bit, I'm going to go in with a darker green for some shading on the outside. I don't know what the hell I did that for, but just tracing. And some shadow around here. I'll kind of give him some. A little bit. Yeah, see, that's still a little too wet up there, but that's all right. You might hear my husband and daughter out there. He's getting ready for his football game coming on. And she talks loud like me. When she watches this, she'll be like, thanks, I don't talk like you. Because they're always yelling at me that I'm so loud. And just in life in general. I'm just going to blend this a little bit. I'm not going to worry too much about the blending. Just more of the shadow areas. You can see my pencil in there though, or it wouldn't erase good. Just kind of rub it. Not using too much water because I don't want to, let's see what it does to the other side of the paper. Yeah, you can see it kind of bleeds through a little bit. I could always put a paper underneath there if I don't want it to get underneath, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think I'm going to give him purple horns. So if you guys like doing this kind of thing, a drawing, just drawing a day. It doesn't have to be this. It could be a doodle, any kind. If you go over and check out her site, and other people are doing it, the doodle a day, you'll see what the stuff that you can do. I mean, it can be so simplistic. It could be whatever you want it to be. Just them a little bit. Now the eyes, the eyes. Wish I had a light. I have like the worst earache ever. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, and the fluid. You know when you get fluid in your ear and you're like, oh my gosh, please stop. Every time I move my head. I'm gonna dip more pink, but I don't have the pink. These are the eyes. But what can I put? Do I have a light pink here? Maybe, maybe. Probably not. Poop. I'm gonna take some of my glitter marker that I bought from American Crafts at oh yeah, and just kind of like put some of that in there. I really dig that. But eating my paper is kind of like I'm not as happy with it because it's thinner paper, but I'll know next time not to use water. Oh, I like these. Let's make him fancy. Always remember when you're using markers that when you use it on another, like I'm doing here on the paper, and you can see some of the paper is coming up a little bit because it's wet or whatever, or even like your gel pens and whatever, clean it off, like roll it so you get all that extra like crap off of it that it picks up from the paper or wherever, so it doesn't dry on there and get icky. No. Oh, I can do that, maybe. Maybe I'll do yellow. Let's try yellow. These markers, I've never heard of them before. I don't know who makes them. But they're for like putting on your stamps because they stay really wet. And then you can stamp, use them for your stamps. They're called American Crafts brand. I don't know who that is. And it comes in a brush on one end and a medium on the other. And that's what you get on the other side. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now I think what I'm going to do is just do some blood drops. I love doing these kind of things. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember me doing this at Halloween time where I drew like a picture a week of like little creepy guys. So I love doing these kind of things. It makes me happy. I can go on forever adding blood falling, but if it'll show on there. Okay, now I'm going to take my brush. What do I do with my brush? Here's my brush. Dry it. And just touch these. for the idea of the blood dripping, so I don't smear them everywhere. Now that these are wet, I can go in with my darker red and just touch in the middle to kind of fill them in a little bit more, make it a little bit darker around. Give it some blood. I want these eyes to be a little bit more like pink, pinkish red, like, let's see, that might be too much. Maybe I'll just outline them in pink. So you get the sense of it. And then I think, just to end it so I can quit boring you all, is I'm just going to take my blue. I'm going to take my light blue, and I'm not going to worry about doing anything funny down here, like fancy, because this has went on way too long of me playing. And I can sit here and play and draw all day. As you guys know, so I made him sparkly so he's not as creepy. Can't guarantee all of them will be not creepier and sparkly, but I went a little easy on the first one. But I love to doodle. I love to do creepy things and pretty things. So let me know, would you rather just see the picture when it's done, or would you rather me do it like I did on here? Because either way is fine with me. I could just, do it, not film it, and then just show you it when I'm done. Do you like watching me do this? If you want to be involved in this, I have the link. I'm going to put the link for Poet Spice in the bottom. If it's something that you would like to do. Just going to take my brush that I definitely need clean water in. I need a bigger brush, of course. So you guys let me know if you want me to continue to do these things on here, or just show you my finished result. I'm cool either way, but I'm going to be doing this, so I don't mind filming them. A little bit more water. And like I said, you could do these with any kind of watercolor, pencil, crayon, with this, like I'm doing here. Next one, I think I'm going to do markers. My red's not dry all the way, so it's going to smear a little bit, but just gives it more of the blood look. I love me some blood look, as you know. Now what I probably would do is I would probably outline this in black. Which maybe I will. I don't know. Do I have my black? Well, it's still wet, so it'll smear, so that's really not going to do me no good, is it? So, well, I just want to outline the monster itself. It'll probably run a little bit because it is still wet, but I'm okay with that. Just adds to the creepy. I like to outline. You can outline whatever color you want, only because it sharpens up, like you'll see, like when I bring this up, the tips and everything of like the mouth and the pointy parts. And I won't outline the blood or anything to bore you any longer. So there's my first. I'm gonna put my date down. My date is, what is my date? Today is 1/5/14. And there we go. So that's it. So check out her site and it will be down below. And I will see you tomorrow. You guys let me know below if you want to see it in process or you would just like to see it done. You know, just me show the picture when I'm done. So be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I hope you all have a great day and check out Poet Spice. Bye, guys.